Hello children, welcome back to the class. We are dealing with the chapter, very interesting chapter, sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Okay, in that, see in last session we discussed about megasporogenesis and how actually the megasporangium is going to be formed and development of the embryo sac, that all thing, that is female gametophyte, those all thing we discussed in the last class. Now the new subtopic, that is about the pollination, I am going to explain you. What actually the meaning of pollination? Pollination is said to be the process of transfer of pollen grain. Pollen grain is what? Male gametophyte, okay, which carries male gamete from anther to the stigma. Simple words. Pollination andre ಏನು? ಮೇಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟೋಫೈಟ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪೋಲನ್ ಗ್ರೇನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೀಸ್ ಮೇಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ಸ್. ಮೇಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ಸ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದು ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಟಿಗ್ಮಾವರೆಗೂ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ನ ಪಾಲಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ರೈಟ್ ದಿ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಪಾಲಿನೇಷನ್? Pollination is defined as the process of transfer of what? Pollen grain from where? Pollen grain ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ಆಂಥರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಆಂಥರ್ ಟು ವಾಟ್? ಟು ದಿ ಸ್ಟಿಗ್ಮಾ. This is what actually the definition, children. The what actually definition? Pollination is defined as the process of transfer of pollen grain from what? From anther to the stigma. Now let us talk about in flowering plants have evolved an amazing array adaptation to achieve pollination. This statement is given in your NCERT. Means what? In flowering plant, children, there are many of the mechanisms to achieve what? Pollination. Pollination ಅನ್ನೋದು ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಸಿವ್ ಆಗೋದು ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಫ್ಲವರಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಅಡಾಪ್ಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಆ ಅಡಾಪ್ಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತವೆ, ದೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಪಾಲಿನೇಷನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಆಕರ್. ಓಕೆನಾ? Now let us discuss about what are the types of pollination. See, for your exam point of view, children, this is very important. They may ask for 3 or 5 marks. If they ask for 3 marks, they only ask definition of pollination and then types of it, main types. If they ask for 5 marks, you should go for definition of each type and then pollination definition. So please be careful, and then whatever the notes I am going to give, write neatly. Okay, now we are going to discuss about what? Types of what? Pollination. Types of what, children? Pollination. What actually the types are there? Depending on the source of pollen, pollination is of 3 types. Depend on the source of pollen. Source of pollen means whether this pollen is from the same flower, or else from the other flower, or else from the other flower of other plant. Okay, are you getting? Yes, let me talk about that. First type of pollination is self pollination. What it is? Self pollination, or else one more name for the self pollination is also called as autogamy. Self pollination, or else what? Autogamy. What actually this self pollination or else autogamy means? See, children, here what happens, if the pollen grain are transferred from an anther to the stigma of same flower, then it is called what? Autogamy. Auto means same, gamy means gametes are going to be transferred or else going to be fused up. One day flower, if I give you the example, this is plant, just imagine Okay, and there is a flower which is bloomed up. Okay, this is the flower. Okay, there will be stigma and then style all. If the pollen grain are transferred, the pollen grains are transferred from an anther to the stigma, anther to the stigma of same flower. This is only the flower. If I say here one flower is there, means if anther pollen grain of anther of this flower is transferred to stigma of this flower only, then it is called what? Autogamy. This is called what? Autogamy, or else self pollination. Okay, let me write the definition. If the pollen grain are transferred from an anther to the stigma of same flower, okay, then it is called what? Then it is called autogamy. Same flower, here it is highlight. I am highlighting this because in bisexual flower, the flower will be having both anther and then stigma, so that from that anther the pollen grain will be released up and then they are exposed to the stigma of the same flower. Such kind of pollination is called what? Self pollination, or else other word you can say autogamy. Next I am going to talk about one more condition, that is second one, geitonogamy. Second one is geitonogamy. Here what happens? Pollination takes place in between two flowers of the same plant. This is the plant. Okay. This is the flower, one flower, and this is one more flower. Pollination, anthers will disperse and then pollen grain will transfer to another flower of same plant. This is same plant, no? One plant will be having many flowers. Pollen grains from the anther of one flower is transferring to the stigma of another flower. This kind is called what? Geitonogamy. This is what? Geitonogamy. Okay, now I hope you people are understanding. Let me write. What is actually geitonogamy? Pollination takes place between two flowers of the same plant, then it is called what? Geitonogamy. Here same plant must be there. Okay. Next, here what happens? From genetical point of view, geitonogamy is self-pollination. If you see genetical point of view, geitonogamy is what, children? It is self-pollination. Because whatever the pollen grains are there here, genetically the pollen grains of both the flower will be same. Stigma of both the flowers will be same. That's what. If you go in the genetical point, self-pollination is what? Geitonogamy is similar to the self-pollination, because pollen grain come from the same plant, and pollen grain come from what? Same plant, and all the flowers of the same plant are genetically what? Identical. For your MCQ point of view, this point I am going to explain you. And functionally, if you see, functionally and then ecologically, it is considered as cross pollination. Functionally, if you see, it is considered as what? cross pollination. Genetically, if you see, it is considered as what? Self pollination. Why? Because I'm giving the reason also, don't worry about that. Why? Because why, children? The pollen grain are come from same plant and the flowers of the same plant. Flowers of the same plant are what? Usually genetically they are identical. Okay, this is the main reason why the geitonogamy is called genetically it is called, why it is called self pollination. This is the reason. And then what did I say? Functionally it is what? Functionally and ecologically. Functionally and what? Ecologically. What it is called? It is considered as what kind of pollination? Cross pollination. Okay, let me talk about what actually cross pollination. That is the third type actually. Okay na? Yes, because to transfer, why it is see, genetical point of view it is called self pollination. The reason I said why it is called cross pollination, because functionally if you see, from one flower to the another flower, if pollen grain is going to be fall, then there should be taking of help of the what? Pollinating agent. So what? So far it is called what? Cross pollination. Okay, why it is called cross pollination? Because it involving of what? Pollinating agent. Involving of what? Pollinating agent. Why this is important? See children, pollen grain is not at all motile. Pollen grain cannot come and then cannot directly locomote, and then it cannot achieve with the stigma, but it needs some agent like wind, water, insects. Those all will carry the pollen grains. Okay, and then they will help in the pollination. So in geitonogamy, simple words, just keep in mind, geitonogamy, genetical point it is self pollination, and if you see functionally it is what? Cross pollination. Why? The reason also I said. Okay, the next third type of pollination, that is about the cross pollination. Third type is cross pollination. One more name for cross pollination is xenogamy. Okay, one more name for cross pollination is xenogamy. Here what happens? Pollination takes place in between two different flower of two different plants of same species. This is very important. If I say this is one plant and this is one plant of same species, here one flower is there and here one flower is there, plant is totally different. Okay, pollen grain of this flower will be fertile to the stigma of the another flower. So far it is called what? Cross pollination. What it is called? Cross pollination. And to do so, for this is true cross pollination, children. Okay, genetically as well as ecologically. Genetically as well as ecological, because the plants are totally different, genetically they will be different. That's what it is called true cross pollination. What did I say? Pollination takes place in between two different flower of two different plant of same species. Means what? the pollen grain of hibiscus can't fertile the stigma of jasmine because they are totally different species, different genera only. But the white flower of hibiscus can be pollinate with the red color of hibiscus because they are the same species. Got it? Got my point? Yes, that's it. The cross pollination, if you go for the definition, this will be the definition, and this is true cross pollination. This is what, children? True cross pollination. This is a very true cross pollination, genetically as well as what? Genetically as well as ecologically. Genetically as well as what? Ecologically. This is what? The true cross pollination. Okay, I hope you people are understanding. Okay, now see one more time. I am just going to briefly explain you. If there is a plant and there is a flower, if pollen grain of this flower is fertiling with the stigma of the same flower, then it is called self pollination or else autogamy. This is first type. Second type, the plant, here one flower is there and then here one more flower is there. Pollen grain of this flower is going to be pollinating with the another flower of same plant. Then it is called what? Geitonogamy. Geitonogamy is genetically self-pollination, but functionally and then ecologically it is cross-pollination. What is actually the cross-pollination? This is one plant of the flower, this is another plant and then another flower. Here what happens? Of same species, both are same species only. The pollen grain of this flower is transferring to the another flower with help of any agent. This is insect, children. Okay, this is small insect. Just imagine, this insect is helping for the transfer of pollen grain from one flower to the another flower. For the cross pollination, agent should be there. Okay, that's what. This is true cross pollination, both by genetically and then ecologically. I hope you people are understanding. Okay, na? And then rather than this, some extra point I am going to tell you about here. See, I think you people already know about monoecious plant. Monoecious plant means, only for MCQ point of view I am going to tell you about this. This is not there in your NCERT. Monoecious plant means what? Actually monoecious plants, see, if both the male and then female flowers are present on the same plant, if plant is there on this plant, what happens? If male and then female flowers are present on the same plant, but flowers are unisexual, this is the flower, this is one more flower. If I say this is male flower and then this is female flower, then it is called what? Monoecious. Mono means one. Monoecious plant, only one plant is having both the kind of flowers. Example I can say, okay, let me write first definition. If what? Both male and then female flowers, if male and then female flowers are present what? On same plant, but whether the flower is bisexual? No, but the flowers are what? Unisexual. Then it is called monoecious. Example I can say castor and some of the cucurbits, some of, not all the cucurbits, and then coconut. See children, these examples are very useful for you. Okay, na? And here what happens? It prevents autogamy but not geitonogamy. It prevents autogamy, not geitonogamy. Means self pollination is going to take place here. By what? By geitonogamy type, because there is same plant and then flower also unisexual. Genetically they will be same, so the pollination will occur, but it is not cross pollination because a single plant is there. Okay, so what it is? Monoecious. What? Monoecious prevents autogamy but not the geitonogamy. Monoecious plants prevent autogamy. autogamy na avu prevent ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಪ್ರಿವೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಒಂದೇ ಫ್ಲವರಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಿವೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ಓಕೆನಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್, dioecious plant. Die in the sense what? Two. Here there will be two different plants. If male and then female flowers are present on two different plants and then flowers are unisexual, then it is called what? Dioecious plants. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? If male and then female flowers, if male and then female flowers are present on different, on what? Different plant, and flower will be what, children? And flowers are unisexual. Okay na? I hope you people are understanding. Example I can give you: papaya and date palm. Okay, it prevents both autogamy and then geitonogamy. Here cross pollination must should be there, because here one plant will be there, somewhere else another plant will be there. This will be unisexual male flower. If I say this is the unisexual female flower, then to come to for the pollination, what happens? There should be any of the agent, so that the dioecious plant prevent both the autogamy and then geitonogamy, but it must should be go for cross pollination. I hope you people are understanding. Okay, these are some of the definitions what actually I wanted to give you. Okay, after this what happens, children? One more type is there, one more kind of pollination is there, which comes under special pollination, that is called cleistogamy. Okay, this is what actually the another special kind cleistogamy. Cleistogamous flower means what happens in some plants, children? In some plants like bisexual flower, in some bisexual flowers are formed which never open throughout the life. Means if this is a flower, in this flower will mature. Okay, flower will mature. Flower mature in the sense the anther and then stigma will going to be mature. The ovary, anther will be going to be mature. Okay, when it is not at all open, then whether the pollen grain will expose to the air? No. So whatever the pollen grain is there inside, that pollen grain will expose to that stigma only. Means it is that kind of flower is called what? Cleistogamous flower. Okay, I hope you people are understanding. In what happens? In some plants flowers are formed which never open. Which what? Which never open throughout their life. Which never open throughout the life. Such flower is called cleistogamous flower. Now tell me here, which kind of pollination will occur? Yes, you should comment me. Okay, in Clistogamous flower which kind of pollination will occur, you should say. And then example for such kind of flower I am going to give you: Commelina, and then Viola, and then Oxalis. These are the some examples of Clistogamous flowers. Okay na. Again in in the Clistogamous flowers, again they will be having two kind of flowers, children. One is Chasmogamous, one more is Clistogamous. Clistogamous flowers produce assumed seeds, okay, set even in absence of pollinator. Here for the Clistogamous flowers, pollinator is not at all essential. Okay, these flowers are invariably autogamous. Okay, you should say what kind of pollination will takes place in the Clistogamous flower. One more kind is there, that is bud pollination. See, these all are for extra thing I am going to talk about. Bud pollination. Here what happens? Pollination occurs in bud stage. That's it. Pollination occur in bud stage. Okay, bud stage before the opening of the flower. Example I can give you: wheat and then rice. In the wheat and then rice, what happens? Before opening of the flower only what happens? The pollination will be happened. Okay. Next, rather than this, many of the adaptations are there for the cross pollination, and then for the many of the types are there. I don't want to explain you that because that is not at all necessary for your theory point of view. Whatever is there in NCERT, that's it is very essential for your examination point of view, because as you people already know, for the last NEET examination only NCERT points were discussed. So just read the line by line of the NCERT. See, these are the types of pollination, children. In the next class we are going to discuss about the pollination agents, means for the cross pollination which kind of agents are necessary and what kind of agents are going to be called what. Those all things we are going to discuss in next session. Thank you.